Hello and welcome back to Fortresscraft Evolved. So when we left off last time, we had gathered some T2 ores from down below and headed back up to the surface. So let me just fix up my bars tab here. We actually now have gold, nickel, and titanium bars. Not many of each, but I did have enough to make one ore smelter. I needed more titanium for a second one. But that means that is one resource that we can do some better automation on. So let's go and do, on second thoughts, let's do tin, because you need a lot more tin than you do copper, at least in my experience. So let's get tin set up. Now I'm thinking about putting smelting all the way over the other side of the crashed ship here, which is why I'm pulling all of these conveyors out. Now, I do have a bunch of tin and copper at the moment, so I can go over here and let's make a bunch of conveyor belts. I also could use probably just some more regular storage hoppers, for which I need more tin. Hence, getting tin done first. But that should be enough to kind of get things going. I have 0 storage hoppers. That's actually a problem. Where did I put them? Because I did have some. You know what? Let's take this one off. And this one off. Oh, that's right. I used all the hoppers for the T2 ores. Okay, so the first thing I need is a coal vein, and oh, how big is this one? 400,000. It's not fantastic, but it's also not terrible. I'm also going to need an ore extractor and a pyrothermic generator. I need a bit more tin.
Crafting.
And I should still have a battery left over. Yes, I have several left over. So this initial setup is going to be a little bit interesting, because we need to fit all of the smelting on off of one pyrothermic generator, because I don't have a lot of spare resources to do more, but we also have to power the mining drill. So that's why it's going to be a little bit creative. So let's just clear out some sort of level area here to work on. I'm basically building it at 0 meters. We're just building it a decent distance away from the base. Well, let's build what it's going to look like first. So I'm going to build the smelting at ground level. That's going to be add only. We're going to have a battery underneath here. We're going to have... I'm actually going to do another... how do I want to do this? Because basically that's where the smelter is going to sit. You know what? We're going to have to redo this later anyway. So let's put the generator right there. The battery there. No, that's not going to work either. Because the thing is, I have to be able to get lasers over to the mining drill on coal to fuel all of this. So where is that coal patch again? Okay, so there's probably some of it right here. Like, is it in here somewhere? There it is. right, so we're going to have... did that happen to be in line? Not quite. So let's see if we can work something out. I'm going to need some lasers no matter what, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so let's do this. Let's put the ore extractor on there. The storage hopper... Oh, right, we didn't have tin to make a storage hopper. Well, we've probably got some now. Let me go and grab that. Because there's a minimum amount of things that I need to actually make this build work. Yeah, 25 tin. All right, so I need a storage hopper.
Crafting.
Only one. Then I also need a couple more lasers.
Crafting.
So normally the way... Oh, and I need a logistics hopper.
Crafting.
So I'll show you what I will be doing when I have some more resources flowing in. Because this is like, I've noticed that not a lot of people think of doing this, and I didn't even think of doing it until it was pointed out to me. But coal is more than capable of powering itself. If you do a little setup like this... Oh, I didn't actually... Did I? Oh, the generator's over there. Basically, if you do a setup like this, where you have a pyrothermic generator sitting here, the mining drill or the ore extractor will put coal in here, which will power the generator, which will recharge the battery, which will power the drill. So you get a nice little cycle of power going on. It's really, really useful. Let me grab the cheap conveyors, because we've still got a bunch of those left. They're more than enough for coal still. And we're going to be feeding into the logistics hopper right here. All right, and then we need to supply some power. How am I going to do that? I know how I'm going to do that. We're actually going to put the logistics hopper here. We're going to set it to remove only. And then we'll put the storage hopper back up on here, also to remove only. Then we'll put the battery here. And the laser. Although if we... no, this is fine. This is fine. That works perfect. And then all we need to do is manually put a little bit of charge into the ore extractor to just bootstrap the whole process. Okay, now we need to get the ore feed over here. Actually, let's put down... Oh, I didn't make the induction yet. Let's sit back over here again. Well, there's a hole in there. Yeah, so this is what I suspected would happen with this hole. We're getting slime stuck in here because there's no possible way for them to path out. And if we get rid of this little nook in the corner, they'll actually stop pathing over here as well. But yeah, some of them are dying when they fall in the hole, and the others are kind of surviving and then making their way over to the edge. Oh, is that? Oh, I thought I saw another slime for a moment. We will do some landscaping at some point, a little bit later on. Can we make... No, we don't have enough copper or tin. And I'm no longer smelting it. Alright, well we can get it up and run... let me get copper up and running to start with. We can go back to using the cheap ones for copper because I'm not ready to upgrade that one. We'll just get it feeding in, so at least we're getting copper made. Yeah, we'll have to build a proper bridge here so I don't have to do this. Alright, so for the time being, let's just go and place our new ore extractor down here. This should now have started sending coal out. Oh, I didn't switch that right. Now it's sending coal out. So that will power this, which will then in turn go back and power that. Alright, so now we need to feed the coal in, the tin into here. So I'm going to feed it along here and we're going to have a sloped, a ramp there. Let me see if I can access my manufacturing plant to make it.
Crafting.
So I have an upsloped conveyor there. And then obviously regular conveyors through. And we will get rid of all of this stuff in the way. I'm just kind of making the minimum path to get tin operational for now. I really should just take a moment to fill this in. Let's just take a moment and fill this in. So we want to build... I think that's the 0 height. Yeah, that's 0 height. Okay. In fact, let's just zip all the way over here. And let's build all the way across. Our ship is no longer on fire, our crashed ship. So we won't take any damage walking over this area anymore. Which is good. And that the rock also, we walk a little bit faster than on the snow, which also helps. There we go, no more falling in the hole. So that laser is going to get upgraded very, very shortly, but I do want to just get this run first. So we're going to be running all the way back to approximately here. In fact, to exactly there. Alright, one little trick we can do is if we turn that one, then we can go over here and control click and then go and turn it back the correct way. Now this one is going to go this away. Is that the right way? Yes, it is. Okay, so that's now going the correct way. And then we still need to upgrade this vertical line. And we need to upgrade this hopper. So that needs to be... Well, we can get away with storage hoppers for now. They're a little bit cheaper than the modded hoppers. Only a little bit. Like a medium storage hopper is cheaper than a regular storage hopper. Alright, 3 tin bar. It's not really enough. I need way more tin. Actually, why am I putting it in there? I have a new smelter for tin. I haven't got any. I guess just to get it going, we'll put this back. And what we do ultimately to get full output out of a storage hopper is we need to have multiple ways for it to get out like this. So that will actually give me full output of a storage hopper. For the logistics hopper though, they are artificially speed limited, which is kind of annoying. So as soon as we put the first mining upgrade in there, it won't be fast enough. And we are going to be putting a couple of tiers of upgrades onto this thing once we're able to. So there we go. You can see that line is already very, very thin. But we do have some ore able to make it across here now. And we're getting our first bars out. And I've done it again. I forgot to track when I started recording. So I don't know how long we've been going for. I'm going to assume it's about 15 minutes. So I'll go for another 10 and then call it there. Just to not make them too long. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, and we're not going to have all of the resources needed to do this yet, but I want to upgrade the laser going to this drill. So let's see how close we can get. 3, that might be enough actually. We're not going to be using basic ones anymore. We're going to use nothing but these green lasers from now on, with a couple of very rare exceptions. Oh, right. Okay, we will do a little sidestep. I'm not going to do what I was about to do because I just know it's not going to end well. All right, that sidesteps around the laser. Okay, so that means we have a maximum of 10 power per second. And now what I want to do is put the very fastest mining upgrade I can afford to build in this, which is none of them right now because I am so low on tin. All right, there's 9 tin bar. We can at least get a basic. I need more tin to make the next tier. And this, of course, is when this logistics hopper is not going to be fast enough. I should have actually just bought the storage hopper first. But what I can do, I'm not going to be doing science for the moment. Let's grab this one. Okay, so now this will be able to offload fast enough into the storage hopper, and the storage hopper will offload onto the belt at a good rate. So yeah, it's now able to empty itself. So now we should be getting twice as much tin. Now the only issue, of course, now is smelting speed. We are still lacking the upgrades. So let me go and smelt some tin over here instead of some copper, because I'm pretty sure that is what I'm short on for the induction. Yeah, tin and tin. So let's turn off copper again. and smelt up some tin here. Much better. And we'll do a little bit more decoration and so on. We'll reroute this tin belt at some point, and have some sort of decoration around our crash ship. But for now, it's fine. It's functional. All right, I think that is over 9 bars. Yep. All right. And then we need 50 tin bar for the next one. That's fine. So we'll put the first tier induction on here, and that'll give us more output of bars, twice as many. In fact, more than that. I think it's smelting speed 200%. Yeah, so twice as fast smelted. And that'll allow us to get tin coming in a bit quicker. In fact, I would not be surprised if it's now being smelted faster than it's being mined, but that may not actually be the case. So the next step would be to do something similar with copper. So we may not do it over here. We might do it over the other side or something. I'm not sure yet. I'm kind of on the fence around whether we do a lot of this stuff locally, or whether like in one place, or whether I spread it out around the base. I mean, the smelting operations for each type of ore, once we get to the end game, is going to be pretty much identical. So does it really make a lot of sense to have individual setups, or do we just do one big setup that can do all of the ores in a small sort of area? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure which way I want to go with that, but it's fine. How are we going on tin? 21. All right, but this feels like a pretty good natural stopping point at the moment. I'm going to go and spend a little bit of time in between episodes getting this upgraded. I will head back down to the caverns, get myself some more T2 ores, and get some more smelters set up. Basically, I want to get tin and copper, probably with at least 2 smelters each, just dedicated to those. And that will give us enough input that we can start thinking about bringing iron and lithium up to the surface automatically via conveyors. Yeah, but that feels like a pretty good stopping point. So thank you for tuning in. As always, have a good one, and I'll see you on the next one.